Hi friends, it's Peggy from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm here with Ellie today. Yes, we're having a fun day together. We've been just hanging around most of the day. She's just my little shadow, my little partner, and we put a cute little pink bow in her hair today. You know, next month, February, is going to be Valentine's month, and she's got a really cute Valentine's outfit. Some of you might remember it from last year. It has little sweethearts on it, the little sweet conversation hearts, like we have we have a stamp set of that, and so she's going to go right with the stamp set and with the paper. So welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, and Friday is always a nice day, isn't it? And it's kind of Friday evening. I know for some of you, it's like almost evening here. It's 4 o'clock Pacific time, and the sun's getting ready to go down. So we are happy to see you and celebrate Friday with you today. Tomorrow, I'm doing a little mini retreat. We're having my friend Robin Dawes and I, a fellow demonstrator, we're having a mini retreat here in northern San Diego County, and we're really excited for that. I've been working on it this week, getting ready for it. We have we offer both to go and local, and so we have some to-go people, and we're prepping their kits. We've been prepping their kits. Linda, hi. Sue Moore, good to see you. Eleanor and Carol Russell from South Carolina. Good to see you guys. Happy Friday. I'm glad you're here. Now, don't forget, at the very end, I award a prize, and it's from everybody who wrote the word prize in a comment from last week, and that goes for the YouTube people and the Facebook Live people. So if you're interested in the prize, you won't get it until next week, but put prize in a comment, and then you'll be entered in the random number generator. But I won't do it until the end, so you can hang around and see the card. And today I have a fun card technique for you. I don't know if it even has a name, but I gave it a name. I'm calling it the floating punch card, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Hi Tammy, good to see you. And Roz, yes, Ellie has a little pink bow today. So, news. I like to talk about what the news is. The news is that we're still in celebration, and during the months of January and February, there are 2 ways to save. For every $50 or more order, you get to choose a free gift from our celebration catalog. The gifts are papers and items that you can't get any other way. You can't pay for them. You can only get them as a free gift with a $50 or $100 or more order. And today we're gonna use one of those free gifts. We're gonna use the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper, and we'll talk more about it later, but it's really fabulous and fun paper. And today we're making a fun card, a happy card, because for 2022, my goal is to just be happy and to do things that make me happy. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and so my goal is be happy this year. Diane Emerson, good to see. Kay Phipps, good to see you. Thank you for sharing, Kay. So free gifts during celebration and 2 free stamp sets when you join Stampin' Up! When you get the starter kit, you get 2 free stamp sets of your choice from the celebration catalog. No, from any catalog there is. That's what's so fabulous about it. And you get to be on my team of sweet stampers. I have lots of hobby demonstrators, and we have a lot of fun. And I would love to have you on my team. So that's what celebration is about. And it's going on January and February. So I am ready to talk about, hi Kay, Kay's card, and Jessica, good to see you. So I want to talk about today's card. I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to put Ellie down. Did you hear your name? Should we put Ellie down so Ellie can go take her nap? Okay, she's going to go take her nap. And what I want to talk to you about today is our fun card, the floating punch card. And first I'm going to give you a look at it, and then we'll talk about the different things that are on it. So I'm going to turn the camera down here. And here is the card we're going to make today. And I've given it the name Floating Punch Card because the clouds are punched on this card, and they're popped up. Well, let me see. They're popped up on dimensionals. I want to get that so you can see. And I want to tell you where I got this idea. It's from the mini catalog. You know, the mini catalog, all of our catalogs have so many fabulous ideas. All you have to do is go through them kind of with a fine-tooth comb. And I want to show you where I saw this, and it's on page 47 of your spring mini catalog, January to June 2022. And right here, this caught my eye. Let me pull it up a little bit closer so you can see it. It's kind of, I would say the color might be Old Olive. Right here, can you see that card? It uses a technique that I had never seen before. So it has a larger square, and then it has a square on the inside. But what caught my eye are these circles that are stamped, and they're lifted up on dimensionals, and they create a background there for the deer and a piece of ribbon. And what they are is they are die-cut circles that create a background. So I decided to try the same thing myself, only I wanted to use a punch. And so today I've used the Cloud Punch. This is a new punch in this mini catalog, and it coordinates with this Sunshine and Rainbows paper that's a Celebration item that you can only get through Celebration. It's on pages 8 and 9 of the little Celebration mini catalog. It's the Celebration catalog, and you can only get these things as a free gift. And here's the paper, and I just love it. It's happy paper, it's bright paper, and it has a page on it that has clouds that can be actually punched out they coordinate with the Cloud Punch. So these clouds can be punched out. And that's what I did, is I punched out a bunch of clouds and adhered them onto this card to create the Floating Punch Card. So hi Patricia, good to see you. And Carol Russell, good to see you. So let's find out how to do this. Now, I just made it up, so, you know, someone else might have better ideas, but what we're going to do is begin with the background piece, which will be the first piece actually that will eventually glue onto the card front, the card base. But for right now, hi Susan, good to see you. For right now, what we're going to do, this is a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and it's cut to 5 1/4 by 4. And this is going to be the base that we're going to adhere our clouds to. So I've already done just a few to get us started, but this is one of the pieces from the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper, and what I'm going to do is just take my Cloud Punch, and I'm going to go in here and punch. It coordinates beautifully. You just put the punch right around the cloud and punch it out. And I'm going to punch out all of the whole complete clouds on this paper. And so what you need to do, you get 4 sheets of every pattern in the pack of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off down below because I want the punch to be able to reach in and punch out the full cloud. And so let's do that. And I think I figured it out. We might get 8 or 9 punched clouds of different patterns. So there we go, and now we're going to cut again so that we can get our punch up really close. It's very beautiful paper, Susan. It has so many bright colors. I would just call it happy paper. And I wanted to use this just to show some other things that you can do with these Celebration items. so there's another one, and let's cut here. And like I said, I have extra pieces, so if we need more clouds, we can always punch more, but we'll start with what we've got here. And we could have punched out portions of clouds, as you can see, but what we're going to do is kind of cut our own. Like, we could have cut out that punched out that portion if we wanted to. Just slide it in there and punch that out. But I don't think we're going to need it. So let's see how this is going to work. So here's our piece, and what we want to do is just line up our punched pieces. And we do want to have some go off the edge, upper and lower. And so I'm just going to try to kind of put them in there. And I'd like to get, on the other one, I ended up with 3, 3, and 3. Now, I don't know, maybe that's kind of a too repetitious. Maybe I was also thinking we could do, like, start out like this, but I like to fill them in completely so that we can fit as many clouds in as we can. So kind of like that, one there. Let's see, how would we do this? Kind of like that and that. And let's get some going up here. Okay, maybe we should do that. That looks pretty good. All right. Now the next thing we do is we just adhere them to the Bermuda Bay cardstock with Stampin' Dimensionals. So let's start with our center one. And I'm using about 2 Stampin' Dimensionals on each cloud. Now we could do it, you know, we could have used the back side. That's a very pretty pattern on the back, but I really wanted it to look like clouds. I didn't want someone to say, what are those things? I wanted it to be 2, 3, 2. Is that the way it's kind of supposed to be, Allison? Okay. But I think I've got 3, 3, 3. But let's see here. And then we're going to go back in and cut them off afterward. We're going to cut off, trim the edges. So Allison explained to us, is 2, 3, 2 kind of a pattern you're supposed to use? Kind of the way you're supposed to use odd numbers when adding gems or things like that? That will get the most coverage. Okay, is 2, 3, 2. Okay, let's get this up a little bit like that. And it's really fun to just play. I was actually kind of trying not to get 2 patterns together. And the other thing about the clouds is you can tip them a little bit. Like I tipped that one just a tiny bit. Okay. Now I think I want one right in there. You do want to have space between them. You want the space to show. I didn't do that as well as I wanted on my sample. Okay, well, I think I'll go right here. It really is a bit of a creative thing. You can just kind of do your own thing. It doesn't matter what hangs off, what parts hang off the edges. Okay, and then I think we'll just put that one in there. That's just a complete full one. This is, in a way, there was another technique similar to this that went around a year or so ago. Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 of them on there. And now all we do is turn it over and just trim the edges off. They're all adhered. So we're just going to trim right down to that edge. And then we have, whoops, I got a little dimensional in there, but we'll trim him off too. Although it's going to stick to the scissors. Okay, let's just get Diana, I'm glad you're catching us live. Okay, so we're just about done. And there we go. Let's see if we have anything. Let's see, I think that looks like it might be hanging over just a tiny. So there's our card background. Isn't that fun? I think that's just really, I really enjoy this. I think it's really a fun, we can put anything, you know, you could put flowers, punched or die cut flowers. I just wanted to use the punch today because it does really go, it is meant to coordinate with this paper. So we're going to fold our card base, and we're doing the landscape position today. And what we're going to do is use some multi-purpose glue and just put our card base on like that. And then you do anything you want. Then you can just decorate it however you want. And again, you could use Stampin' Dimensionals and give this even more height, but I am using the multi-purpose glue because I want to be able to move it right into place where I want it to be. Just like that. And then what I did the first time is I just went in with my bone folder to press it down because I can't press really well with the clouds adhered on top. I want to get that really glued down in there. Karen, good to see you. Yes, some flower dies. Those would be beautiful. I was kind of thinking that too. So this is a spring shower, right? It's a spring shower. Isn't that just a fun background? And it really, do you see how you really see the depth of the dimensionals? It has the clouds really come up at you. In person, you can really see that. I'm trying to give you more of a real look into so that you can really see how, there we go. You can see more how it's raised up there. Okay, now what should we do? With this, we have this background and now we can do whatever we want with it. Now, I am going to use this sentiment, "You make me happy," from the Rainbow of Happiness. I cut out some rainbows and I tried them on here, but I thought it was a little bit too busy. Some of you might think of other fun things, but I decided just to keep it simple and just use a bright Daffodil Delight yellow strip, just like that. And I think I need to cut that down. I've got it at, I think I've got it at 5.5. Do I want it to be 5.5? No, I think the other one I had it at 5.25. Let's trim that down just a little bit. Let me scooch over here and get my paper trimmer. And we're going to go by, we want this to be 5.25. And it's 5.25 by, I think it's 3/4. Let's check if this is 3/4. Yes, for your measurements, it's 5.25 by 3/4. And then what I'm going to do is put a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch by, let's measure it so I can tell you exactly, 1/2 by 4 3/4. That's right, for the sentiment. So let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment now. And it's "You make me happy," with my theme for the year of being happy. You know, there are sad things that happen, but stamping makes me happy. So that's why I'm stamping. I love stamping and creating. Okay, "You make me happy." Here we go. It's a photopolymer stamp set, so you want to make sure to have plenty of padding underneath. And this is actually double padded, but you might want to use a catalog or a Stampin' Pierce mat. So we're just going to stamp that in. And I'm using Bermuda Bay ink. Yes, that's why we love Stampin' Up, because we have all the colors that coordinate perfectly. So here's our sentiment. And here's our backing sheet. I guess I could have gotten that a little over to the left, the stamp, but that's okay. And so we're going to use more Stampin' Dimensionals on our sentiment strip, our white strip, basic white cardstock. I'm going to use 3 of these. And let's see, before I pull the paper off, oh yes, that's right. This is okay because it adheres right onto the Daffodil Delight strip. That's right, because we are going to look carefully when we adhere that strip onto our card base. Okay, whoops. So now we want to get this one even right in here, even from top to bottom and left to right. And of course it's never going to be perfect, but I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now we're ready to adhere it over here. And this is what I was paying attention to. A little tiny something right there. Okay, so I want to pay attention when I put it on here. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. And so I want a little bit of glue under here, then in the center, and then on the top. Okay, I hope I can remember that. Let's see, a little bit under here. And you really don't need too much. And want it on the top here, and then in the center. So let's see if we're going to get that just right to get it over the middle. I think that's pretty good. You know, it's really very forgiving. It's such a pretty card, and it's got a lot of stuff going on, so I think it's pretty forgiving as far as how you do that. And there's our card. Isn't that cute and quick and easy? I really like it. Now, of course, we need to decorate our envelope and the inside of our card. And I looked at the stamp set, and I think we've used these little hearts before. I like these little tiny hearts. Not even anything to do with the fact that it's Valentine's, you know, that we're coming up to Valentine's Day. I just like the little hearts, period, because they're happy. So I've got the little tiny hearts here on the tiniest block we have. What is this block? The A block is the little tiny block. And you know, I love our blocks. They're nice and thick, and they have that indentation there. You can really grasp them. I really like our blocks. So we're going to put some little hearts here inside our card. And I think I'm going to do about 3 stamps of them, just because they're so cute. They're little and dainty. Aren't those cute? And I think I had an envelope for us. Well, I just had the envelope that I already did. I guess I forgot to bring a blank one for us to stamp. But that's okay. You can see the way I stamped that there. And isn't that just a sweet little card? Fun. And I love that floating punch technique. If you see that it's called another name, let me know. I just gave it that name, so I don't really know what the real name of it is. But again, I copied it from what I saw in the Stampin' Up! Catalog on page. If you're coming in later, I'll show you again where I copied it. You know, I pore over these catalogs to see find different techniques, and that's where I found it, right in there. Although they didn't use a punch, they used, I'm sure that's because we don't have circle punches, I don't think, anymore. We have mostly circle die cuts, the layering circle dies. And I'm pretty sure that's what they did. And see how they cut off the edges like that and created a background. So you could use circles, you can use any shape to create that pulled up, that kind of floating look for a background. Yeah, get inspiration. Thank you so much, Linda and Patricia. Yes, punches are a great value, especially when they match the stamp sets. I totally agree. So there's your card for today. If you make one of these, I would love for you to tell me about it. Post it here in the comments. Let me know. Or email me a copy of what you make. And I'd love to see if you do something different with the same technique. I would really love to see that. Okay, now it's time to choose our prize, so let's come back. And last week's prize was gold holly leaves embellishments. They are so pretty, and they were so popular during our last holiday catalog that they're coming back. I'm not sure if you can get them now, but I know they will definitely be back in the 2022 holiday mini. So this is the prize that I announced from last week, and our winner is Hilda Massey. She is one of my YouTube girls, and she put prize on her YouTube comment, and you can comment either over on YouTube or here. Let me put this over here. And you have a week to comment, and today is, can you believe it's the end of January 29th. And so you have a week, and I think that will be February, no, I don't know what it will be, February 4th, the day after my husband's birthday. February 4th will be next Friday, so I will choose the prize on February 4th, next Friday. So what is the prize going to be for next week? It is a stamp set from last year's celebration, and it has lots of sentiments. It's called In the Moment. No, sorry. In Your Words, and these all coordinate. There are sentiments that you don't normally see. I'm going to hold this up just a little bit closer, so hopefully you can see some of those sentiments to see if you'd like this prize. I'm thinking it was, I don't think everybody could get it. I think it might have been a host set or something like that, or $100 value. So I hope it's something that you really want. In Your Words stamp set, and that'll be available. I will choose the winner next Friday, February 4th, and just put prize in the comments. And Hilda is one of my regular YouTube watchers, and I think actually I've seen her over here on Facebook too. So congratulations, Hilda. I checked, and I do have your address. Oh, sorry, for the berry embellishments, the gold holly leaves. I'm thinking holly berries. But Hilda, I will send that out to you next week. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. And don't forget about celebration. We've only got a month to go, and I want to make sure you get any of the celebration items you want to, and when they run out, they don't get any more. So like that rainbow paper, that what's the name of it, Sunshine and Rainbows paper that we used today. If you want that, think about getting it sooner rather than later. So have a wonderful weekend. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.